Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jazmine. If you're new, before I get into today's video, I just want to thank you to everyone, all my new subscribers. I do have a few new subscribers, so thank you for subscribing to my channel. I do a little bit of everything over here. I do a little bit of vlogging. I do Wine Wednesdays, which I just started. I also just got a new puppy, which the puppy I posted before this video, Meet Dahlia, I didn't expect that many people. Y'all really like dogs. Y'all really like animals. Like, so y'all ain't like me before I got Dahlia? Like, what's up? What's tea? That video is like getting views, a lot of views. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope you enjoy my content, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get more videos, so you'll be notified when I do post a new video. So yeah, welcome to the second episode of Wine Wednesdays. As you all know, I am on a 40-day fast. I don't even know what day I'm on because I just started last Tuesday. Oh, I'm on day 7. Yeah, I started last Tuesday, so I'm on day 7. So yeah, I have 33 more days to go, and it's been pretty good. I went to events and stuff, and went to restaurants, and didn't order a drink. It's really not that bad. I'm quite pleasantly surprised that I'm made it this far. So yeah, so I'm not drinking any wine, but I did grab some Martinelli sparkling wine. This is the sparkling blush, and I really just want to have something. I should have got some kombucha, but I need a wine opener. I mean a bottle opener. Mackenzie, can you bring me the bottle opener behind the can opener? You can bring you a cup too if you want some. So yeah, that's what we're having today. I'm sitting on the floor today just because I don't know, I feel like I'm having more of a girl. Hold on. Oh, that's the dishwasher. I'm like, what the world? You put the dishwasher on? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm about to say, what the world? Anyway, y'all, I'm sitting on the floor because I feel like I'm actually talking to y'all, my homegirls, by just sitting on the floor and not sitting on my bed. So let me pour up. I put this in the freezer for all of 10 minutes so I know it's not cold. So the star of the show, the one y'all love. Here, go put this up in the kitchen, and you can close the door behind you. Go ahead, follow Mackenzie. Don't drop your Kenzie because she loves to drop stuff. Close the door. Okay, today's topic is going to be, I was trying to figure out what topic I was going to go over before I started recording today, and I had a few options, but I'm not ready to touch on those topics yet. And then I was scrolling today and I saw this freaking clip on Instagram. You know how you scroll and they have suggested clips, and yeah, I think I'm going to respond to this clip. So the clip is from Facts and Law Pod Show. In the caption it says, "Is marriage overrated?" So I'm going to play the clip, and I'm going to put the clip on the screen as well, and I'm just going to replay it on my own, and then we'll get started. Make sure y'all have y'all wine too, and tell me what type of wine y'all are drinking in the comments. So let's go.
I have to prove that I'm married in order for like benefits and all kind of stupid like that. DMX died. Mm-hmm. And his long-term, 20 years they've been together? His partner had no access to any of his royalties, to any of his estate, because they weren't on paper married. Marriage is stupid.
But see, here's the thing. You also, being in the profession that you're in, you also have to remember that however we want to slice it, America got its flaws, but you got to remember it's based on religion.
Baby, right? This is Western culture. Okay, touche. Right? Yeah, so, religion.
So it's
that
based,
bullshit.
Right. So it's based on religion. So within religion, you're taught to marry, right? to build that family structure.
Were you married when you had your first child?
Hold on.
Oh,
Were you married when you had your first baby? Then
no.
don't talk to me about religion, babe.
Listen.
I was.
Hold on, time out. I'm not a religious dude. Let me.
Okay, so basically, y'all just saw the clip. Basically, it's a man and a guy. I think the guy is on the podcast and she's a guest. Before I say anything, I don't have the full context of the video. I don't even think they posted, because I went on their YouTube page to see if they posted the full video. I don't think they have the full video up yet, so I don't have context for this clip. I'm just going to respond to the clip that I see. So obviously everyone does not want marriage. Everyone does not seek marriage. So yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion on that. But when you going into saying marriage is stupid, and then you tell someone not to talk to you about religion because of what they're doing, because of what they done in their past, it's just it's crazy. So let's get started. So my first thing is, she said marriage was stupid, and then she brought up the example of DMX and his long-term girlfriend of 20-something years, which I have no recollection of this. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. So yeah, so I'm just going off based of what she said of 20 years, and when he passed away, she didn't have any access to his royalties or his estates. So yeah, she thinks that's why marriage is stupid. She literally answered her own like question or whatever she was trying to say. How is marriage stupid if you just stated a benefit of said marriage? How is it stupid? I would like to know. You say marriage is stupid, and then saying she needed to be married in order to get the estate and the royalties. Yes, marriage holds weight, okay? If he wanted her to get the royalties, get the estates, he would have had all of that in place in the event of his passing. There is other ways that you can get access to people's royalty, their estates and all of that without being married to them. So if he wanted her to get access to that, it would have happened. They didn't have to get married. But since they were not married, and they did not have any plans in place, that's where the apple fell at. So she basically answered her own question or whatever she was trying to say. She basically rebutted herself with saying how marriage was stupid. And then I would really want to touch on this religion thing when he was trying to tell her, again, I don't know the context of their conversation, but he was basically trying to explain to her with her profession. I'm not sure what profession she's in, saying that, and I'm trying to hurry up and film this before my light leaves, because it is 7 o'clock. I'm sorry. It is 7 o'clock. So, yeah. She was basically saying America is based off religion. And she wouldn't even let him speak, and said that was he married when he had his first child. And he is married, because I see the ring on his finger. It looks like he is married. So her question was, were you married before you had your first child? And he said no. So she's like, oh, well, don't talk to me about religion. So with that being said, you can only talk to her about religion if you had been doing everything perfect since you were born. If you had not done everything perfect since you have been born, don't talk to me about religion. And that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, I prefer to talk to someone about religion, someone that has been through things, versus talking to someone who hasn't on the outside done anything. Because this person that has been through this, that, and the third, they living in this world. They know the ins and outs. They done been through it, and they done been through something to where they had to seek God. They'd have been through something to where they had to seek God, and they're able to tell me their testimony. And that's the whole purpose why God allows us to go through things, so we can have a testimony, so we can bring other people.
I also would like to add that if God didn't want him to have that child, he wouldn't have had that child. God uses our sin to his advantage to go through with his divine plan anyway. So
closer to him. So the fact that you say, oh, if you had a baby outside of marriage, don't talk to me about religion. Are you seeking? To me, the whole entire clip, she was listening to respond, and she was not listening to understand him. And listening to understand someone is not saying that they are right. You're just listening to understand that person and why they feel that certain way. You don't have to agree with the way that they how they feel, but you're just listening to understand how they feel the way they feel. She was just listening to respond, and the person on side of her was recording her, so I don't know, I guess she felt that was her moment. So yeah, that's the whole clip. And a lot of people, because I've had this conversation myself with someone in the past. It was a guy, and he was basically saying what is like the whole point of marriage. It's just a sheet of paper. People love that. Is like the most popular statement people love to say about marriage. Marriage is a piece of paper. And I'm saying this from a person, I've never been married, never been engaged. So I'm only speaking from a point of view of someone who desires marriage. I have, however, I've stayed with a significant other, so I've experienced how it is to live with another a man and having to, take care of a household and take care of bills and all of that. We're not married, so I know somewhat what it looks like, but not truly what marriage looks like. I just desire it. But everyone loves to say, oh, it's just a sheet of paper. It's a sheet of paper that holds a heck of a lot of weight. It holds a heck of a lot of weight. It is the tiniest, the thinnest thing that weighs the heaviest. Okay? I should have got my title to my car. I have my title to my car. It's a sheet of paper, but it lets everyone know that car sitting outside is for me. My diploma that's sitting above my desk, it's a sheet of paper, but it lets everyone know that I've been through this, and the third. I've been to school for this, I've been tested for this, and I passed it, and I was able to get. It's a sheet of paper, but it tells a story. What else is a sheet of paper? Let me see. They have other things. I had some notes. What else is? It's a lot of things that's like a sheet of paper, but it holds weight. And even if you don't necessarily want to get married, and you don't want to be married to just one person, there's another sheet of paper that you can have done through a lawyer, a power of attorney, or whatever, in the event of your death or whatever. They didn't even get that signed. So what are we really talking about? Oh, it's just a sheet of paper. And she said something about the government. And here's my take on it. She said something about the government. The government is, people always love to throw the government into it. Oh, it's just a government conspiracy. They trying to control us. How does marriage, you get married to someone that you sleeping with, what they got to do with the government? You still gonna sleep with them? Like, what benefit does you getting married to someone that you're sleeping with have to do with the government? It's a conspiracy. They trying to control us. People choose the craziest things to take a stance on. The craziest things. We wake up every day and we follow the laws that the government has set forward. You stop at the stop sign. You stop at the red light. You go when your license expired. You go get your license redid. We followed the government in every aspect because we have to, or we'll be put in jail. But we stopped at getting married. Something that religiously is going to bless us. And I'm not going into religion right now. I'm going to touch on it, but I'm not going into religions right now. But it's just logically, how does that make sense? To not get married. Oh, it's just a sheet of paper. What the government got to do with you marrying Jane Doe? Nothing. You just letting them know, hey, I met this person. We clicked together. We want to get married under God, under the government. And like he said in the video, America is based off religion. It was based off religion. So we basically telling the government, hey, we want to get married. We are gonna have a family. Well, if they decide to have children, have a family together, and we're gonna, we're becoming as one because we really like each other that much. I don't understand how marriage is stupid. How is finding someone to live the rest of your life with? Because if you plan on living the rest of your life, you're gonna have to follow the laws anyway. How is that stupid? Someone help me understand. Cause I ain't getting it. I'm really just not getting it. And also, someone and this is kind of off topic, but it kind of goes together. And I guess I can go into religion after that. And I just started reading my Bible, so I don't know all those scriptures and stuff, so I can't be quoting scriptures and all of that talks about marriage. But the Bible is basically our manual for life, our manual for life. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. So, and it's available online, so y'all can go look up marriage and all of that in the Bible. But I wanted to say how people saying, oh, it's just a sheet of paper. So I think a sophomore in college, and my English teacher, it was I think it wasn't regular English, it was some sort of other English. And we were in class. It's like the second day of class, our second class with him, because it was the beginning of the semester, and he raised up a sheet of paper. He raised up a sheet of paper, and he said, this paper is worth $1 million. He was basically trying to explain to us how powerful writing is. And of course, it's on a paper. He told us that paper was worth $1 million. It was a proposal. So it was a proposal for some type of research to be done. It was a proposal that he wrote, some sort of research to be done to get money or whatever. And that paper was worth $1 million. It's still a sheet of paper, but it has value. It tells a story. So no, it's not just a sheet of paper. And another thing, when I was in high school, when I was in high school, I was in this program called Upward Bound, and we had a science teacher. If you're familiar with Upward Bound, it's basically a program for high schoolers that are getting ready to go off to college. They pretty much help you get ready for college. That's how I was able to go to college. They helped me, during the summer, you'll go to classes and stuff, and you can even get college credits while you're still in high school. So we had this science teacher, and he was also the teacher for my actual high school as well. And so I remember one summer, he was basically, because a lot of scientists are like this. A lot of scientists are not religious, or they don't have a religion, because they use science to explain everything. So he was basically telling us how God wasn't real, and that it's all bull crap and all of that. So, because even in this video, she said, oh, religion is bull crap. So he was basically saying, oh, it's bull crap. Now he's telling us, his students, this. And yeah, he was explaining and stuff, and he was like real cocky and real like yeah, you can ask me anything, I can explain it, you know, through science. So I'm just looking like whatever, because I know my God. Like, I've been knew my God. I wasn't as close to him as I was now, but I'm like, it was basically like taboo for him to even be saying it. So I'm just like, ugh. So whatever. So we go on with class or whatever, go on with the summer, go on with the year. The next summer, okay? Next summer, I don't know how we got on this topic, but he told, because mind you, like, everyone's in the program, you're in the program for like while you're in college. So you start at a freshman and you're in the program until you become a senior. So everyone still, you know each other, still same people. So he starts saying, oh, he believes in God, he loves Jesus. I don't know what divine intervention he went through, but baby, I would love to hear the story. I really would love to hear it. And that's the beauty of, because God give us free will, right? So that's the beauty of listening to people's testimony. Because some people, everyone at some point in life, they're going to be skeptical. And you're going to have some type of divine intervention to just like pull you back in or pull you closer to him. And it's amazing to hear about, and it's actually amazing to experience as well. So, and obviously I'm going to jump into religion right now, and like I said, I don't know any verses or whatever, but when God created Adam, he took Eve from his bone, created her for him, we're their helpmate. So in marriage, the husband is ruler over the wife. Which I work with a lot. He working with me right now. But he's basically, your husband is going to be the ruler over the wife. But the husband should love the wife like God loves the church. And that's a heavy task. That's a heavy task. So yeah. And it's one man, one woman. And as I'm reading the Bible, because my goal is to read the whole Bible before the end of the year, and even after I finish that, I'm going to keep like going back and reading different stories and stuff as God sees fit, or if it's, whatever. So as I'm reading, they're telling the story. It's like reading a history book, right? And so they'll get, let's see, let me use Jacob for instance, or who was I recently reading? Was it Jacob? No, Joseph. So Joseph, y'all, if you don't know the story of Joseph, he was favored among his father, and he was basically his brothers sold him to the Israel. No, their brothers sold them to some people passing through, but the people were going to Egypt. So he ended up in Egypt, ended up serving under the guard of the soldiers. The guard of the soldier wife lied on him, saying that he was trying to sleep with him. He ended up going to jail, ended up meeting the Pharaoh, his baker and his chef and his something else. They end up having a dream. Joseph interpreted the dream. They got out. One of them was hung. And the chef, ended up forgetting about Joseph until 2 years later. Pharaoh, he had a dream, and he remembered that Joseph was the one that's still in jail at this point, was the one that interpreted the dream. Joseph interpreted the dream, and he was able to rule over Egypt, basically, because he interpreted the dream, and he was basically overseeing, making sure the dream went through. My version was, go read it. So the first thing Pharaoh did was, they cleaned him and everything before he even got in the presence of Pharaoh. But the first thing they did was change his clothes again and gave him some type of, I think it was like a white gown or whatever, and basically some sort of, it was some sort of attire to where you know that he was royalty or he was of higher standard. And the second thing, they gave him a wife. They didn't give him no concubine or whatever. They didn't, you know, just say, oh, you can have, because he, at this point, you got reign over everyone in Egypt. They said you wouldn't, no one in Egypt is able to lift a foot without him telling them. Not figurative, I mean, not literally, but, you know. Well, I don't know, it probably was literally. But the first thing they did was give him a wife. So that tells you how powerful being in a marriage is. This person, they have everything at their fingertips, and they know the power of marriage. So how come we don't seek marriage and think that it's stupid? My whole thing is, marriage ain't stupid. That's the whole gist of this video, y'all. That's the whole gist of the video. So it looks like my son is going down. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm actually about to go cook some shrimp scampi for my daughter and I. And yeah, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Let me know any other topics you think I should cover. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't all over the place. I hope y'all was able to follow me and my logic. And if you have any comments, comment them down below. Don't forget to comment what wine you're drinking down below as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.